If you're in the digital marketing space or have used digital forms of marketing for your company, you are well aware that acronyms are everywhere. And let's face it, sometimes they're just plain annoying. And these are acronyms, though, that help professionals communicate complex ideas quickly and concisely. However, for those new to the field or looking to brush up or are just plain confused, the sheer number of acronyms can be overwhelming. Hi there, it's Adrian from Numero Uno Web Solutions, and in this video, I want to give you the definitions and examples of some of the most commonly used acronyms so that you can better understand your marketing, whether it's working or not, whether you're doing it yourself or using an agency, and so that way you're not all confused when people start throwing out three-letter acronyms all the time at you. So let's go. Okay, acronym number one is ROAS, return on ad spend. So ROAS measures the revenue generated for every dollar that you spend on advertising. It helps you understand the effectiveness of your ad campaign. So for example, if you spend $1,000 on a Google Ads campaign and generate $5,000 in revenue, then your ROAS is 5 to 1 or 500%. Number two is CTR. That's the click-through rate. CTR is a percentage of people who clicked on a link or an ad after seeing it. It's a key indicator how engaging your content or your ad is. It can be used for your Google ads. It can be used for your email marketing. But an example is if your ad received 10,000 impressions and 2,000 clicks, then your CTR would be 2%. And if your email marketing received 10,000 opens and 200 clicks, then the CTR in your email would be 2%. So that is CTR, click-through rate. Number three is MER. I did a video about this. It's pronounced marketing efficiency ratio. And the MER evaluates overall marketing efficiency by comparing total revenue to total marketing spend. So unlike ROAS, which focuses on specific campaigns, MER is a broader view of all your marketing. So if your total revenue is, let's say, $50,000, and your total marketing spend is $10,000, then your MER is 5.0. Okay, then we have CPC, cost per click. So CPC is the amount paid for each click on an ad. So this is for like Google Ads or any kind of PPC, pay-per-click campaign. It's important to know this because you want to know how much you are spending per click. That's the main generator of revenue for Google Ads. So if you spent $500 on an ad campaign that generated 250 clicks, then your CPC is $2. Now, don't get this mixed up with conversions or actual sales or people who sign up. Remember, on a Google ad, you're paying for the click. So that is the most important metric you need to know. Now, on the other side, there's CPA, which is cost per acquisition. Now, CPA measures the cost of acquiring a customer or lead, whatever your goal is, through your marketing campaign. So if you spend, let's say, $2,000 on Facebook ads and acquire 50 customers or 50 leads, then your CPA is $40. Now there's also CTA. A CTA is the message in your ad copy, on your website, on your landing page, in your email that encourages a specific action from a viewer or a reader. So a CTA can be click to call, could be to sign up for an e-letter, it could be to learn more, like a learn more button, anything that entices a visitor to do something. So a better example is the CTA of this video, so which is hit that like button below and also hit the subscribe button. You see, it's a call to action. I want you to do both. Okay, there's also CRO, which you might have heard of, conversion rate optimization. So CRO is a practice of improving the percentage of website visitors who take a desired action, such as making a purchase or signing up for an e-letter or clicking to become a lead. So if your landing page has a conversion rate of 2%, and then you implement A/B testing to improve its design, let's say, and that results in a 4% conversion rate improvement, that's CRO in action. So basically, your CRO increased 100% from your A/B split testing. KPI is another one, key performance indicator. Something I should have brought up actually at the beginning, but oh well. KPIs are measurable values that indicate how effectively a person or organization is achieving specific objectives. So KPI for an e-commerce business might be monthly sales growth or shopping cart abandonment rate. And you're going to use things like CPA and CPC as KPIs. So like I said, this can get very confusing if you don't know the terminology. So remember, come back to this video often so that way you can get an idea of what people are talking about when they're using these acronyms. Okay, this next acronym is actually something that's very important to me. I use this all the time because it helps me determine how much I'm going to spend on a marketing campaign, and that is LTV. That's lifetime value. LTV estimates the total revenue a business can expect from a customer over their entire relationship. So if your average customer spends $100 per purchase, and let's say they buy 5 times per year and they remain a customer for 3 years, that means their LTV is going to be $1,500. $100 per purchase, 5 times a year is $500. Over 3 years is $1,500. Therefore, you know now what your cost per acquisition should be if the LTV is $1,500. Sometimes the actual sale that you're getting from your marketing efforts is going to be lower than your marketing spend. But if you take the LTV into account, you will make that money back and then some in the course of those 3 years. So for me, if I look at a customer, I look at that LTV over the course of 3 years, how much they're going to spend, and that determines whether the CPA, that cost per acquisition, has to be much lower than the LTV. There's also something called CPM, cost per mil. Now, back when I was doing printing, that was cost per thousand, which was for print, but it's still basically the same thing. CPM, cost per mil, is the cost of 1,000 ad impressions, and it's commonly used in display and influencer advertising. So, for example, if you spend $200 for 50,000 impressions, well, then your CPM is $4. And so what I mentioned before is PPC, pay per click. It's a digital advertising model where advertisers pay a fee each time their ad is clicked on. It's obviously the basis of a Google Ads campaign. That's really what we mean by PPC. That means paying per click. SMM, social media marketing. It's a lot different than social media management. SMM involves promoting products and services on social media platforms to engage audiences and drive traffic or sales. So, using Instagram to showcase product launches or leveraging TikTok for viral challenges, that's using SMM. There's also something called CRM, customer relationship management. CRM refers to strategies, the tools, technologies used to manage and analyze customer interactions throughout the customer lifecycle. So that's stuff like Salesforce or HubSpot to help you track your customer communications, your sales opportunities, your email marketing, your open rates, basically lifetime value of a customer can be calculated through there. Your CRM is basically the tool that uses to encapsulate your entire marketing, customer acquisition, and sales funnel. There's also something called UGC, and this is user-generated content, and it refers to content that's created by customers or even just fans, such as reviews and photos or videos, which can be used in marketing campaigns. So a good example is if a customer posts an Instagram photo of themselves wearing some brand apparel, well, the brand then shares that. That is UGC, user-generated content. There's also CAC, customer acquisition cost. CAC measures the total cost of acquiring a new customer, and that includes any marketing and sales expenses. So if your sales and marketing expenses for the month were $10,000 and you acquired 100 customers, well, then your CAC is $100. And going back to that LTV example, if your lifetime value is $1,500, then you know that $100 to get one customer that's going to pay you $1,500 over 3 years, that's where you have to make the determination, is it worth it? Okay, and finally, this is one that's popped up a lot recently, and that is UX and UI. So it's user experience and user interface. So UX focuses on the overall experience users have with a product or a website, while UI focuses on the visual and interactive design elements. So a website, for example, with intuitive navigation, that's UX, and visually appealing buttons that enhances the user journey, well, that's UI. So understanding these digital marketing acronyms is essential for tracking your performance, optimizing campaigns, communicating effectively with your team or your clients, and of course, strategizing for further marketing initiatives. So master these metrics, learn them, understand them, so that way when you hear them, you'll be better equipped to make data-driven decisions that drive results. Oh, and for another great example of CTA, or call to action in action, I want you to head over to this video where I reveal some great ways to boost your calls to action on your website and your landing pages.